quiet seaside town, an evil laid to rest centuries ago, has risen. An abandoned fortress deep in the swamp holds a secret that could save the village or destroy it. Now, a band of adventurers sets out to dig up the wounds of the past and bring the light of day to the roots of ruin. This is Tabletop Gold.
Hello, everybody. What day is it? It's Monday or maybe Sunday night, and you're listening to a podcast, and that podcast is called Tabletop Gold. Hi, I'm Lars Casteen. I'm the host of the program, and I'm joined today by the four Goldinos. That's them. Robin Lange.
Hello. Good gold time.
Zoe Chernicoff.
Clang, clang. Good gold time.
Clang, clang. That's what we all say. The people in the audience hold up big poster boards that just say clang, and another one next to them holds up another and says clang.
That's right.
And they wave them back and forth. The
Crowd
audience goes nuts.
Clang, lang. Clang, lang.
They start pelting us with metal, and we flinch and run away from the stage.
Yeah, right.
But not before saying hello to Armet Humphreys. Hi.
Hi. Good Goldino time to you all.
Good Goldino time. And David, the Tin Man, Chernicoff is here.
Good that time, good that temperature. I love the idea of people next to each other all holding up signs that say the same word, because that also means they can sit in any order, which
Right.
Yes.
can be so
that's a really
inconvenient.
good
The
point.
seating arrangement is very easy to figure out.
Yeah, it's versatile.
I think, though, that you could do pretty awesome stuff in terms of like crowd coordination and getting getting cool patterns across an audience if everybody's holding up a sign that says clang on it and they do it in different patterns. Like maybe the clang like waves across the arena. Maybe you do like a checkerboard on off clang, 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 clang kind of thing.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Clang, clang,
This is why we have to
the
start recording this in a
podcast.
stadium.
Yeah.
And that stadium has to be filled with people. Those people should hopefully have paid roughly $200 a head to get into the stadium. And then also the sign thing is great too. But I think there's a lot of upside to this plan. What do you think?
It's good that it's at least 200 because the first 180 is going to go to Ticketmaster.
That's true. That is true. Speaking of public events and public exhibitions of things, we're going to get into our game in just a moment. But before we do, we were going to talk. I don't know if you remember, but I've been doing physical therapy recently. And
foot or knee
at
or
the
both?
What's
Was
that?
it foot, knee, both, all of
It
the
was
above?
my ankle. It was my ankle. You were right in the middle of what you were guessing. But they show at this place. It's kind of like a gym, right? You do little exercises and stuff. They have a TV that's just playing YouTube all the time, and nobody's paying attention to what they are showing on this television. As far as I can tell, based on how apologetic everybody who works there is, every time I go in there, they have like one PT person working with 8 people simultaneously, and they're just constantly apologizing and running around and out of breath and be like, I'm so sorry, this is such a difficult day. Nobody's paying attention to the TV. There was a Skechers advertisement on that television that went for 25 minutes the other day.
What?
Yes.
'Cause no one clicked out of
Too
it.
long.
It's way too long.
Oh, I see. It wasn't like a 25-minute ad. It was like a static image that...
It was a 25-minute ad.
But
The idea
it's a
they
YouTube
let
ad.
you.
Usually
It was a 25-minute YouTube
you would
ad.
skip
yeah.
it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
usually after,
most
If you
people-
don't skip, it'll keep going.
Man, you made some like digital data analyst day though. Like they were like, we found him. This is our target demo.
Well,
The laziest people are in Queens, New York. Saturate that neighborhood with.
It might go the other way because if the whole thing plays through, that's going to mess up their numbers. They're going to be like, this is the best ad we've ever made. The average watch time on it is like
18
whatever.
minutes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's even if it's it could goose it by 3 seconds and they'd be like, this is the one. We finally struck gold.
so
Right. They're going to be, we need to do more 25-minute long ads because they're working perfectly for us.
Yeah.
But Zoe, the deal with this ad is like you can only have to watch 5 seconds of it. You can click through it.
Understood.
But then the whole thing is like a branded talk show with one of these ladies that you see all the time in short form video who's like, she's blonde and I think she's British. I think she's supposed to be funny. I don't know who it is. She seems very talented, I guess. She's gotten the job hosting this Skechers ad, and for that, God bless her. But like, it's her interviewing somebody about Skechers for 25 minutes.
Oof.
Was it good though?
Yeah, they have a great product, and I'm really excited to start
Do
buying them.
you guys feel
Potential
like
future sponsor.
if I don't want to say if your lives depended on it, because we're people who could do 25 minutes of anything if our lives depended on it. Like, what amount of money would someone have to pay you to talk about Skechers for 25 minutes straight? Like, you can take a breath, obviously.
We should do a quick round robin.
Yeah.
See what
I
the
could take one breath.
Yeah. But like, you've got to discourse about Skechers intelligently and positively for 25 minutes. What's your
Am
price?
I busy?
Are you dizzy? Is that what you said?
Busy.
Yeah.
Am I busy? Like, do I have other stuff
It's
I
your
gotta do?
life. It's like someone tells you need to do this tomorrow.
I would do it for a shockingly low amount of money.
Same. I think
Yeah,
no problem.
considering
Totally.
prep I would probably put into it, counting that time, I'd do it for $800.
Wow.
Okay, my number was slightly higher than that.
Oh, interesting. Mine was way
Yeah.
lower.
Okay. Okay, my number was 10,000. I would have done it for $10,000.
I was at like 8 to 10 grand myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about
No, that seems
1,000.
like
So
Easy $800, honestly. I'd just do
Yeah.
it.
Well,
25
I think we
minutes.
found-
I wouldn't prep at all,
fly.
no matter how much they were paying me. I just want to say,
No, of
there's
course
no, I'm doing no research.
Skechers will literally make you levitate. They are the most incredible shoes and have a wizard in every sole.
I'm glad that I asked for like the full range here, because it goes. Here's the full range: Zoe, infinity; Lars, 10,000; Robin, 800; me, my first number that came into my head was $75, and Armat just started doing it for free.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's the full gamut.
I just do it for the exposure, which is like my graphic design business. That is
With that
currently
attitude,
failing.
you will go far. Technically, you're on your way to becoming a billionaire.
Part of my thing with forcing people to like watch these ads though is like, I don't want to brag, but I've had a Yoo-hoo once. I don't want
It
to
was
brag, but I've had a
chocolatey.
YouTube premium subscription for like a good long time.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't like watching ads in my own personal life, and I'm not even forcing people to sit in a room with like my phone and look at it. I like kind of don't understand how or why a business or any other sort of thing that is showing a TV to a bunch of people with YouTube doesn't just like pay to turn the advertisements off. If they're a business,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm going to tell you, they're not paying physical therapists very much because they have 8 clients at a time. Like they're working people. They certainly have $10 or $15 or whatever it is a month to throw at YouTube Premium, so I don't have to watch and then make delightful content out of this Skechers advertising.
Well, it's like playing free Spotify in a business as well, where you're getting like random ads in the every
Yes.
5 songs.
Totally.
Or like every time the podcast turns over that your child listens to at night in order for them to fall asleep, and they're waking up in the middle of the night because some clangy ass advertisement for some goofy man. That drives me crazy.
Yeah, it's super annoying to me. Like people, I just don't think that you need to have one. I don't think you need to have advertisements like absolutely every single place they possibly can be. But 2, if you're going to be showing something to somebody, like, and you can make a choice that makes it so people don't have to hear them. Like, why can't you? Talking to Robin's point about Spotify lists at the park that I like near my house, there are people doing Zumba class where they're like doing like different exercises, like jumping up and down, reaching around, like stepping, shaking to the beat of music, right? In the middle of those classes, they sometimes have to just stand there and wait for 45 seconds for, like a Miller Lite advertisement to finish playing.
Man,
like,
that's
I
brutal.
just don't get it.
The like growing phenomenon too of it's no longer a choice of either you pay to subscribe to this service or you don't, and so you see ads. that's no longer the two options, that there's now you pay to subscribe to it and also you still see a bunch of ads.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, I shouldn't have brought it up, man. I can't get started
I
on
have
it.
feelings about it. Disney Plus
worst.
became unwatchable
Yes.
for me for a while.
I immediately
Yeah.
become like the guy from Network screaming out the window. Like,
Right.
it's just, man, this whole thing is such a grift.
It turns out that that content is a total grift. Who knew? I agree with you. I'm coming. When I worked at a cable channel for a long time, like I did all kinds of product placements in shows. Like
Yeah.
I was like the liaison between the show and the and like the whatever, the
Advertisement
advertiser
company. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did one show that was like related to GM that was just packed with GM advertisements all the way through it. The thing that was funniest to me, and I'm probably telling tales out of school, and I probably am going to get in trouble for saying this, so like let's just go. What's the travel company that has a gnome that's like it's Travelocity? Is it a Travelocity
Yeah,
gnome?
I think so. It wasn't Trivago. Was it Trivago?
I don't think it was. No, I don't
think it's
even know. No,
Travelocity,
Trivago
yeah.
had that weird the guy with the divorced dad energy who like leered at you while he like told you about like how you could save money on a rental car. You know what I'm talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about. The Trivago guy. He had a sexual energy
But yeah,
that was intense.
I loved the Travelocity gnome. Actually, he made me really happy.
So the Travelocity sponsored the show Impractical Jokers for a long time on True TV where I used to work.
Oh, okay.
Impractical Jokers is a huge hit, right? Everybody knows the Impractical Jokers. So one of the deals is that the Travelocity guy got to have dinner when they were like out at events with the Impractical Jokers, right? Do you get what I'm saying? I didn't work on this show. I never saw this firsthand. I'm probably like, all of this is a bad idea for me to talk about. But apparently, rumor has it, allegedly,
Here we go.
some have said that the Travelocity guy brings a gnome around with him everywhere he goes. He just carries the damn gnome around with him and like makes his various clients and stuff like that say hi to the gnome or whatever. Allegedly, satire parody, not true.
The gnome has its own Instagram account.
Yeah, this dude loves this gnome and is just like, he just wants to sponsor shows and introduce his gnome to celebrities. What a great time.
Did that gnome come first, or was it the gnome in Amelie? Does anyone
I
remember
think
the gnome in
Amelie definitely copied Travelocity. I think Amelie is like a stone cold plagiarism of Travelocity.
Wow.
Makes so much sense.
Question
actually, when you
about
think
that guy.
it.
Does he like tabletop role-playing games?
I hope he does. We should talk to him.
Would
I'll
you
get
like
in
to
touch
play
with
a
him.
gnome?
Yeah. Reach out.
I think we need to stop discussing the crassness of like, you know, the content grift and
Yes.
you know, hawking stuff and ad placements so that Lars can plug our Patreon and we can get into the
Yeah.
show.
Well
Gosh,
said.
yeah. I do normally do a promotional segment on the fives, but I'll let you know. I've got a lot going on in my life right now, and I totally forgot to
Okay,
prepare
I'll
it.
do
so-
it. Y'all, you know how many content things will either charge you for subscriptions or make
Mhm.
you listen to ads?
Mhm.
We're not like that. You
Mm-mm.
can
No,
pay
we
Yeah,
ain't.
you
us
watch our YouTube.
for premium content via our Patreon, or
Yep.
you can listen to this wonderful free show that we deliver to you because we want you to have a good listening experience and also enjoy it so much that maybe you wander over to the Patreon and kick us a few bucks to get even more of this wonderful stuff.
Well, David, I'm glad you brought that up. Patreon.com/tabletopgold
That's
is the
the one.
place that you go if you want to support the show. If you if you are a person who enjoys independently made things about topics that you enjoy,
Right.
you should really consider supporting the things that you like on Patreon because, or if they have a Patreon or crowd, whatever it is that they have, because that's how those things keep going, right? Those things keep going because you support them. On top of that, that's true for us. On top of that, we've got great shows for you like Band of Gold, our second actual play series that we've got premiering every other week, and The Goldmine, our behind the scenes show talking about game advice, podcasting, games, GMing, Abomination vaults, everything like that. That's the pitch. How is that?
I thought it was great. I would not have known that you didn't prepare it if you hadn't said so in the first place. So
Okay.
next time, you know, know your worth. This coming from the guy who was ready to do the Skechers thing for $75.
And with that, let's get into it. Let's play our game. After a zombie attack destroyed your campsite here in the northern Fangwood Forest, you had no choice but to push deeper into the woods without a plan for shelter or rest. What luck, then, that you stumbled upon a long-abandoned homestead nestled in the shadow of the wizard's tower you came to investigate. When you started exploring the small cottage, you were surprised at its suitability for short-term lodging, but even more surprising was its one resident, the lingering spirit of a woman who, after getting over the shock of 4 strangers in her bedroom, smiled warmly and offered you some tea. Armat, I want to ask you a question, and this question might apply to other people. How does Vadim or anybody else here for whom this is like kind of an issue react to the presence of this undead woman? Like, we've seen Vadim before. We've seen Vadim approach undeath and undead creatures. But I just want to highlight that this woman seems friendly and peaceful. She's unaffiliated with the Whispering Tyrant who conquered this country, but she's still undead. So, Armat, what's your sense of Vadim's immediate goal here? Do you think it's Vadim's job to destroy her, to figure out what's keeping her stuck here, to help her move on? Or is there something else going on in Vadim's head that you think is at the forefront here at this moment?
Yeah, I was actually just thinking about that because, I think his time in the Abomination vaults and, being pushed by the party to sort of expand his tolerances and spending time with Augrael, I think, there might be an instinctive twitch of his hand towards his hilt of vigilance. But I think he'd let it rest then on his belt, still within draw distance, but just willing to take a moment to see if there is something he can do to help. It may be that it's not her fault. She's a ghost. If there's some business undone that, destroy Absalom, for instance, and that's a perfectly reasonable.
The rest of you, we don't know these characters super well. Do you think your characters have interacted with ghosts before and understand that they are cursed to sort of rejuvenate in the same place over and over and over again until there's a goal or until their unfinished business is dealt with? Does anybody have a sense that your characters have ever seen ghosts before?
I don't think Martha has much experience with ghosts. She's definitely, she left her home to fight the hordes of the undead. But I feel like ghosts are a little bit different for her. Right? That's something where, there's something very personal about ghosts, it seems. And that's not, as she hasn't had interactions there. So this is strange. This is very strange to Martha.
Yeah.
I feel like Radu would have seen ghosts out in his fighting, right? Wouldn't there be undead as part of, I don't know if I'm fully understanding the war, but it seems to me like he would have had to dispatch undead. I don't think he has the same, he respects Vadim's view as to the undead, I think, but I don't think he has the same sort of innate struggle over them, but he will have, I assume, maybe slaughtered a lot of undead in the past.
Yeah, I think.
And from the way that you've been talking about Radu, I can sort of envision Radu looking towards Vadim at this moment to sort of follow his lead. Yeah. David, what do you think about Blando Thrush?
Nah, man.
Word. Okay, good. So Vadim is the ghost expert here because Vadim, we know of hands-on interactions between Vadim and at least the ghosts in the library.
Yeah.
So what do we think is going to happen here?
And I think Vadim looks kind of at each of the others with an eyebrow raised and then just kind of shrugs and walks through and takes a seat at the table.
She seems peaceful enough.
And Martha follows.
And as you follow her into the room and follow Vadim into the room, you see that she's like pantomiming, like dunking water into a barrel and bringing it over to the fireplace. She's pantomiming stoking the fire. You know, she's going through the whole physical process of making making a pot of tea for everybody else. And it looks as though she's unaware that she's not touching anything. A few minutes later, she comes to you and holds out what would be a teacup, but there's nothing there. She holds it out to you expectantly. And she says, here you go. It's the best I have right now, but hopefully it's to your liking.
Martha mimes taking it.
I'm sorry that I'm unable to offer you anything to eat. We ran out of food a little while ago. I usually do keep biscuits, but I did run out. My husband Hertold, that's who you are here to see, Hertold, yes?
Sure, yes. How long has Hertold been gone?
He'll be back. Oh, he just stepped out just a little while ago. He should be right back. We live in such a remote spot. I wasn't expecting any visitors or any business today. I don't know what it is that you want from him, but I've been waiting for him for a while. But he'll come back. I know he will come back. Yes.
Well, while we're waiting, Martha kind of got I think from Vadim, the sense of like, this is we need to be kind here. Martha kind of she's starting to feel this deep pity for this woman's spirit, and looks around and she's trying to think of how to like help the situation. So she offers, well, is there anything we can help with around the house while Hertold is out?
Oh, no. I've got it all under control. I don't need any help from you. I'm not trying to be an imposition on you. Hertold, like I said, Hertold will be back.
We're the imposition on you. We have entered into your home.
You said you've been waiting here for him for some time. He told us he had an errand today, but I can't remember what it was. Would you remind me of where he went?
Oh, if you know that he has an errand today, then I'm afraid I don't have much of any idea of what that is, because he's been missing or he's been gone for a few days now. Yes, he just he stepped along the way to get some help, and he should be back, but he has been gone for some days now. Yes.
Help for what?
I don't know if you saw out front. Our wagon has been crushed during the storm. It sent one of the big furs down onto our wagon, and we became stranded here. I'm actually quite happy to see you, because we've been on our own for quite some time. Hertold went to the tower to ask for help. I insisted that he shouldn't go, but he's a headstrong and he's a fearless man. He headed out towards the tower, and he hasn't come back yet. It's that kind of attitude that landed us out here in the first place. He knows an opportunity, and he seizes things, when they're available to him, and that's how we got this place.
Makes sense. Actually, our next stop after checking in with Hertold was going to be going to the tower. Do you know anything about the resident there?
I will say I don't have a great and she sort of clams up for a moment, like she doesn't really want to talk that much about this. Like she's like, I shouldn't say things about people that I shouldn't say things.
Oh, well, you don't have to be diplomatic on our behalf. We're Hertold's friend. We're not really the person at the tower's friend. So I'm sure, they're just business associates. So if you could give us a sense of what we're getting into when we work with them, it would be helpful to us, if you don't mind.
If anybody would like to make a diplomacy check, let's see if you can get her to open up.
Yeah. Can Vadim?
Please.
Delightful. Secret or open?
Let's give it secret, because you don't know if this person's totally trustworthy yet.
That's true. We haven't done a sense motive.
Martha's kind, but has no diplomacy. Kind but blunt, I guess.
That's a good way to be.
Okay, if your business isn't with them, I suppose I can tell you. That tower, that thing has been the bane of our existence. When we moved here, when we started building our home, we just assumed it was abandoned. Such an old, dreadful place. Little more than a ruin, we assumed. But after a few weeks, we realized there was life there. Small, round windows on the side of the tower. One of them lit up late at night, like candlelight within. What sort of man lives in a place like that? Again, I'm sorry for... I don't mean to speak ill of people, but... It did eventually get worse. We heard strange noises, screaming sounds, flashing lights at times. On certain days, when the weather turned, the smell of death drifting in our direction. At first, I was frightened of what was in that tower, but we've been here long enough that they've never bothered us, and we never saw anybody go in or leave that place. So, I don't know. The world is filled with strange things, and it seemed like perhaps the strange thing that we lived near wasn't at least a danger to us. So...
Did we ever ask her name? Did we do that thing again where we never asked her name?
Yeah, we try not to.
No.
Yeah, we try not to.
It's not really
You don't want people to think you're interested.
Standard
Just 'cause
policy
we're
when
playing new
encountering
characters doesn't mean we're
ghosts.
playing the game differently.
Yeah, that's how they start.
There's a rash of extremely rude people wandering around Galarian. It's happening more and more
More
lately.
and more.
Letting
It's
themselves into
sign of
people's
the
bedrooms
times.
and startling.
Not even asking their damn
Yeah.
names.
Radu pipes up from the background. Sorry, what'd you say your name was, and what were you running from?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. My name is Evney. I'm Evney Hiliu.
Middle name?
Yes.
Evney, yes.
Evney, yes, Hiliu. That's right. My mother's maiden name was Yes.
Yeah.
And she couldn't let go of it, even though she loved my father oh so much. She
was
took
a yes
his name.
woman.
She was a yes woman. She came from a proud tradition of yes womans. And he said to her, why don't we give them your middle name? And she just said yes.
Yes, yeah.
And so here I am, a ghost, hundreds of years later.
Stuck.
Just kidding. I don't know that I'm a ghost. Anyway, so...
They rarely do.
Yes. What were we running away from? We weren't running away from anything. Hertold and I were offered a business opportunity. Well, really, Hertold was offered a business opportunity from a developer who, I fear, may not have been particularly honest. The man, what was his name? Yes, Vine Gravel Rockman. He accepted our money and mentioned that he had split this portion of the Fangwood into parcels, and that we had been, and Hertold had been the lucky purchaser of the first portion of the property that he was looking to develop.
Vine Gravel Rockman.
Yes.
Sounds like a name you'd come up with if you were just looking at things around you.
Only if you were outside at the time.
Where was he?
Yes, he was. It's a good question, and I think you're getting at something there. At the time, we believed that getting the first spot in a new community was a fabulous investment. But we kept expecting neighbors to move in, and they never did. Which is well enough. We were able to support ourselves. And we were able to head into the wood and find things to craft that Hertold would take into neighboring towns. Or not neighboring, distant neighbors. Really. Not very close at all, actually. Anyway, it's a simple life that we lead. And we built the house here without realizing that the tower was here. But it does seem strange to me that Mr. Rockman sold such a poor parcel as his first and only component of his investment opportunity.
That is.
Does that answer your
strange.
question?
Very thorough.
Yes. Thank you. Would you like more tea? Oh, I see you've run out. She runs back and towards the fireplace and gently pours a cauldron of sorts into a little pot and runs back towards you and pours you a little bit more.
Oh, so sad.
May I ask you a question?
Please.
There's another room on the other side of the porch. What is in there? Just because it's a very beautiful cabin you have created here.
Never go into that room.
Oh.
Because it's Hertild's workshop where he makes wooden things to sell.
I see. He's a carver then.
Yes, he is.
Wonderful.
He wasn't before we moved here, but we said we're surrounded by trees, may as well figure out something to do.
Wood is fabulous, isn't it?
Well, I suppose it keeps us safe. It also, though, does crash into our wagon and strand us and then lead my husband to go to a ominous tower nearby to ask for help. So I guess you take the bad with the good.
Well, I could certainly help with getting the wood off of your cart.
I would love that.
What
a nice thing to do.
Martha heads over to the door and opens it and looks at the door. And I believe she can use base kinesis to move it, right?
Yes, you have a class feature called base kinesis.
Since
that
she's
allows
a
you to
wood
do
kineticist
stuff.
in the woods.
Yeah, it's like prestidigitation, but for wood.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Woods to digitation.
I can't find it on your character
Although
sheet,
unfortunately,
but
actually, I think the bulk is too much. The bulk can only be negligible or light, so I think a tree is probably too heavy.
And she walks up behind you and she's like, "Oh, honey. Well, you tried."
Trying to think, is there like anything else that she can do to like break it up? She's not the high enough level. I mean, I wonder if Timber Sentinel could just like pull it up.
Timber Sentinel, do you have a wooden robot?
Kind of, yeah.
You have a tree.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's do that. So what does this look like as you summon this tree?
So next to this, so first she tries the kinesis and that's not working. She goes, I have a better idea. And with kind of just the right motion of like, not even her hand, she channels the elements around her and you notice this wood start to swirl. And she focuses her energy in a spot right next to the cart. And this tree just grows up out of it. But the tree is actually like, it is a living being beyond, it is a sentient being, not just a living being as all trees are. And she's able to communicate to the tree to essentially push off the other tree off of the cart.
Okay. So
and then it kind of, after it's done its job, she kind of lets it fade off into the woods.
So she marvels as this tree grows out from the ground, and she gazes out from the window on her front porch and sees this tree slowly like push the wagon or push the branch off of the wagon that has crushed it. And the wagon then collapses in on itself because this wood has been rotting for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
However, she doesn't react as though she sees that. She's like, well, look at that. And the cart is as good as new. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. What was your name?
Oh, my name's Martha.
What was your middle name?
Just Martha.
Martha, just Martha.
It's a beautiful
Good.
name.
She looks at you and she says, once my husband gets back, once Hertold gets back, he will be so relieved. Unfortunately, I must stay here until he gets back.
Perhaps we could actually go see Hertold and let him know that we've solved the problem he went out to solve.
Would you do that? You would go and you would find Hertold.
Do you think
of
perhaps we
course.
could look inside his workshop first to see if there's anything we could bring him that might be helpful?
That's a great idea, Martha.
Yes, perhaps he's in a woodworking conundrum. Maybe the person at the tower is telling him, you do not get to leave until you use a
plane or a
plane.
lathe.
Exactly.
A lathe.
Yes.
Until you lathe something, I will not let you go. So yes, bring in the lathe.
They will not let him lathe.
Yes.
Let it laze. Let it laze.
Yep.
Roddy
That one
quietly starts
Never,
humming to
never,
himself.
never let me lay. No.
And she says, "Yes, but I would love it if you investigated the. Yes, of course. Please go to the tower. Please bring him back, or at least tell me where he's gone. Please. It's been so long, and I'm really getting quite hungry. So if you can get him back for me, that would be wonderful."
Zarmavdian has a devil put aside for me. For me. For me.
She
I'm
calls
just
her
a Farazman.
she calls her cousin on the phone, and she's like, "Marvin Andrew? Is this the sound that you've been looking for?" Anyway. Here's a half-committed. Anyway, what are we doing?
Yes.
Are we checking out his woodworking shop first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can Vadim just peek his head back into the bedroom and see if her remains are there?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Like underneath.
this is so
if
sad.
I know.
Yes. As three of you turn to go into this shop, this wood shop, Vadim does poke his head into the bedroom, and what he sees covered in dust as everything else in this place is, he does see the remains of Ms. Evney Heliu in the room.
Yeah, I think as they head to the workshop, Vadim will catch the other's eye and say, "If it's all right, once we find Hertold and hopefully she can move on, I'd like to give the pair of them a good burial, if that's all right."
I think that is the appropriate thing to do in these cursed times we live in.
Well, sure. Now I remember you do this.
I love Blando so
Oh, Blando. What is going on with this guy? Okay, so with these last sort of notices made, you step over towards this this workshop, and you see a few handmade tools spread around the floor of this room between a pair of workbenches. This small workshop shares a wall with the rest of the cabin, but no doors lead here from the remainder of the cabin. As you poke around the room, you get the sense that Hertold lived here and used this workshop for small repairs that would have been necessary for the subsistence level lives that they were living here. There's no sign of life or anything else here. This place, because it's so grown over with the trees, because it's so remote, this is a genuinely abandoned place, and it's like you're stepping into a place that no sentient life has stepped into for hundreds of years.
That's so sad.
Yeah. She seems like a nice woman. She did not deserve the curse of undeath.
How does this make Vadim feel about Zarmavdian?
I don't think he's particularly well disposed to him at the moment. Like, I don't know if he's fully prejudged Zarmavdian as a malefactor, but he also knew that Zarmavdian was the one who carelessly killed Otari too, right?
Right.
So I think his opinion of Zarmavdian is not particularly high, and I think he'd be on his guard, going in, have the blade out when you're going in.
Do any of the rest of you have any thoughts, given that you're out here in the middle of nowhere, you're heading towards this tower, and this is maybe one of the first things that you're learning about this situation that you're about to head into?
I think whatever, Martha doesn't know an awful lot, but she's certainly feeling that whatever happened to Hertold, she feels like Zarmavdian is at fault, and she can tell this woman just loved this man, and it just breaks her heart to see this ghost waiting for someone who's never going to come.
Yeah. Do we think we're ready to move on? Is there any other business here at the cabin?
Let's go find another undead owl.
What is this other structure? Is this just an outhouse?
That's an outhouse.
I was
Okay.
thinking that's just where they poop, right?
Yeah, you know this map that I bought off the internet
Yeah.
just has an outhouse in it, and I'm like, I don't know how
What
to get rid of
lies
it.
within?
All right.
Yes, Blando steps towards the outhouse, and there's a second ghost inside of it, and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
go on! I see you found my lair."
Blando
Yeah!
Roll for
briefly
initiative.
opens the door of the outhouse, realizes what it is, casts gentle breeze, and then comes back.
And as this ghost slips away, he's like, "I've lost someone too." Disappears on the wind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like that guy. Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
So we continue to the tower.
Okay.
Yes.
So you start your trek the short distance towards the tower. The forest between you and the tower, between this homestead and the tower, is massively and badly overgrown. In order to get through the woods here, you have to pick your way through thick, thorny brambles. You have to, traverse deep, fallen leaves that set up like a blanket on the ground. And I don't know, maybe I'm just like a coward, but whenever I go into the woods and I see like there's just deep, deep, deep leaves, I'm like, I should probably not step in these because I don't know what's happening down in there. So it's that
Ticks.
slugs mostly.
It's probably ticks.
So it's slow going as you have to cut your way through these brambles.
Booby trap.
You hear the sounds of these of branches crunching under your feet as you just climb through the area. This is not like walking. This is forcing you to go up and over the growth here in the forest.
Martha's very comfortable with it.
Yeah, Martha is probably like right at home. This is probably very easy traversal given that you have Martha here, given how good Martha is at manipulating wood. This is definitely like wood standing between you and where you want to go. So Martha is potentially using her like kinetic abilities
Move
to
things around as they're walking, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like maybe
Kinetis is so good.
who do we think is having the most trouble getting through these brambles here?
Does Blando have a
Blando?
long robe on? I feel like Blando has a long robe on.
The answer's Blando.
So maybe we see a moment of Blando like yanking on a robe or something like that to like get it free from the brambles, and Martha's just like got her hands up in the air and is just like levitating or whatever her way through the woods.
Oh.
And the Drakeshku boys are pretty acrobatic, I feel like. So they're probably nimbly bouncing through the wood.
Perhaps a little bit of like brotherly rough and tumble like as they go.
Oh, totally. Like, Vadim will as they're both trying to get over a log, Vadim will push Radu a little bit. Not like hard, but enough to throw him off the log. And
Yeah.
I
Just-
can jump over the log higher.
exactly that kind of shit.
You maybe this occurs to Blando as you're trekking through this rough, overgrown terrain without a map leading you here. You would never have come through this kind of treacherous path. Anybody trying to get from point A to point B would go around this rather than through it. Do you get what I mean? Like this is not the kind of forest you move through all that often.
So does it occur to us that this spot was deliberately chosen to be concealed, or
Perhaps it does. I don't know. Does it?
Has anyone seen any signs of a road? When is a thorn so long that it's just becomes like another branch?
Well, there is actually within the trees, they're able to speak about that very clearly. It depends on the angle in which the thorn comes off the branch, whether or not it's a thorn or the twig of another branch. Like Martha's going to this whole
Right.
long
This rhetorical
dissertation
question.
on trees' relationships with their own branches and twigs.
Do they know anything about the roads?
So you eventually find your way to a large clearing.
All of this just all strikes me as so pretty. I feel like we've been in this dank, dark, moldy underground world that every scene we get to, I'm like, oh, this seems fine. It seems very nice. Stay here.
I will say that I had a really nice time considering, like, how do I do, like, forest stuff
rather than more tiny rooms,
dark, wet mushroom stuff.
I'm enjoying the open space of the forest.
Totally.
Yes. So the trees in this clearing have been cleared away, whether by magic or through extended effort to cut the trees and then move the stumps out of the way. The grasses here are tall, spotted with wildflowers. It's like a relaxing meadow, hemmed in unnaturally by the trees squeezing it in. You look towards the center of this clearing, and there's a narrow but very, very tall stone tower stretching up into the sky above you. It's right around noon right now, so the top of the tower, as you look at it, is almost like hard to see because the sun is beaming down so strongly. So the whole tower is like backlit as you look up. It's incredibly bright right now, but it's also like dark up at the top of the tower because you just can't. It's blinding as you look.
We
up.
just see the outline, essentially.
You just see the outline.
Silhouette, if you will.
This is a very forbidding structure.
Yes.
All of this construction in the middle of the forest, it's certainly disconcerting.
Yes.
We must go in, Vadim, right?
Of course. Maybe we ought to do a quick once around to make sure there are no back exits, perhaps?
And I like to detect magic while we do this.
Yeah, your detect magic goes like whoop 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 whoop.
Almost like it's a
Is that
wizard's
an
tower.
affirmative or a negative noise? I don't know.
Yeah, there's no magic.
No
when
magic.
when detect magic
Yeah.
goes silent.
Then you've got to.
That's
It's like
when
with
there's a
little
lot of
kids.
magic.
It's actually scariest when there's like total silence.
Yeah.
I just want to bring to everybody's attention that there's quite a bit of magic in this area.
As the four of you walk around the perimeter of this tower, you notice the sound of bird song, and you see birds flitting from tree to tree at the perimeter of the clearing.
There are many birds as well.
Yes.
Are they magical?
Zoe, can I have either a perception or an occultism check for
Oh
me?
my gosh.
Yeah, I want to know
Are
if
the
there's anything.
birds spies?
Oh, should have been.
Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real. Well, that should have been
The
hidden.
owls
but
are
there you
not.
go.
Yeah, like it's some like one
Okay.
of the mechanical
Can I-
birds in like some like modern most dangerous game thing.
Can I roll nature to look into these things?
Sure, yes, of course. Okay. So both Blando and Radu, as you try to perceive the birds and think about the natural world around you, get the sense that the chirping of these birds is off-putting. It's like two voices warbling at once, like slipping in and out of phase with each other.
Whoa.
Radu and Blando both get the chance to look at one of the birds as it settles on a branch. The two of you are able to look up at one of these birds, and there's something wrong with this bird. On its face, where you would expect one beak, you instead see two. There's a second beak
Oh, no.
coming out of the face of this small, like, sparrow.
It's horrifying.
Can I have a perception check or another nature check as this bird starts to fly away?
Here's another nature.
Can I give a nature?
Please. I insist.
Great.
Wow, Blando's nature is good. Like really, really good, huh?
Yes, it's boosted
Yeah.
quite a
It's-
bit.
Yeah, so all three of Blando, Radu, and Martha as this bird flies away, like maybe Martha walks up and sees the two of you looking at this bird, and then the bird flies off. You see that the bird flies a little bit off balance. You notice a third wing flapping uselessly underneath its right wing.
What
Something
the F?
has changed the birds living nearby. To see if you have any idea of what that thing that changed these birds might be, maybe an occultism or an arcana check would be to order.
How about a cooking lore check?
A cooking lore. This,
Weirdly.
Can we
if
eat
you
it?
entered this into the state, if you cooked this and entered into the state fair, it would lose all of the prizes.
All right.
Could I make a
As
case for
kineticist, not really much magic training.
Yeah.
It's
Could
all
I make a
nature,
case
I guess,
for
'cause it's
forest lore here?
For forest lore, give me forest lore.
Yeah.
I've got occultism from Radu. I've got forest lore from Blando.
These birds are. That's not what's supposed to be here.
And neither one of you has a great sense of what has happened to these birds or why they
But
are
that's as
different.
far as I'm willing to go.
You don't want to leap to like unreasonable conclusions without really knowing what you're talking about.
No, the presence of these weirdly deformed birds next to this evil wizard tower, I just wouldn't be right to speculate.
It's that kind of restrained and sober thinking that made me invite you along, Blando.
Yeah.
You're always very wise and cautious.
Rastal doesn't like it when you shoot from the hip.
Boy, ain't that the truth.
It is. It
Lars,
is.
can I-
Radu, yes, mans.
Yeah.
Can I ask a clarification,
Please.
Lars?
Yes.
The like deformations on the bird, that's like growing organically out of the bird, or
I think that's the kind of information that you would have gotten from that check.
got it. Okay, so don't. Vadim certainly wouldn't know at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a mystery.
I think he'll draw vigilance and be like, "Are we ready to go in?"
I wish it wasn't cheating for Martha to channel the elements around her before she goes in, but I feel like that's cheating.
Is it? I know it's cheating for a monk to enter a stance ahead of the time.
Because I channel elements like kind of starts like because to be able to use any of the kinetic actions, she has to channel elements.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's why
so
it
I
feels
think
like it's like
that's cheating.
It's like
Yeah, I agree.
a monk going into a stance before.
Yeah. Okay. So are you going to go? Vadim asks if it's time to go in. What do you say?
Yeah. Martha starts looking for any traps or any evidence of danger.
Okay.
If there's like a magically flavored scouting, I don't know if that's investigating. Or,
Sure.
Yeah, but it's looking
Let's
for
say
threats,
scouting. Let's say
but
you're
in a
scouting using your magical senses.
magic-y way.
Totally. Let's do it. So the four of you approach this very simple wooden door leading in to the tower. And as you get closer and closer to the tower, you sense some movement up above you. There's a screech, like a ah! And a roar, and a sound of flapping wings. And you look up and see the bright sun blotted out by two winged shapes. As they swing closer to you, you see that these are three-headed creatures with the wings of a dragon. Roll for initiative.
Cool.
Yeah. Roll for initiative. So let's go down the line and see how everybody did on this initiative, starting with Zoe. How did Radu do?
Radu
here?
got a 16. I think he's too busy looking at the birds.
Okay. Yes, these disquieting birds putting Radu on the back foot. How did Vadim do?
Vadim also got a 3 on the die for a 15. And so I guess maybe he was thinking back about like, did I leave the kettle on at the abandoned house or whatever? Yeah.
Did he?
I think he takes a moment and realizes, no, There was no kettle because the ghost was making the tea. And he's like, okay, good.
Robin, how did Martha do here on initiative?
Pretty mediocre. Pretty mediocre roll. But she is going to battle cry.
Great.
So
I love a battle
Go
cry.
ahead and roll a demoralize check.
So I've got some bad news for you. By the time these creatures are attacking you, I think that they're like out of range of your battle cry.
Rude.
One of them is 35 feet away from you. The other one is 50 feet away from you.
So that 18 on the die didn't mean anything.
It would have been great. David, how did Mag do here?
Blando?
Sorry,
I have
you're
not
Mag.
rolled
You're
for
Blando.
Mag
Sorry.
yet.
sorry.
Yeah. Blando has rolled. Let's see. What was the die roll? I guess it was an 18 on the die for a 33.
And because Blando was scouting, that's going to break a tie with the first of these monsters, and Blando's going to go first.
Oh, okay.
So Blando is ready. Blando's like sense of the danger here put him on guard and enables him to act first. These creatures, as they fly about 20 feet in the air above you, one of them does. The other one is about 40 feet up in the air. They are preparing to attack. You can see against the sunlight behind them that their heads are not the same. Like, these are three-headed creatures. Their heads are not all exactly the same. One of these heads is the head of a dragon. One is the head of a lion, and the other is the head of a goat as they fly down at you. It's Blando's turn. What's Blando going to do here in this first position? It's a tricky question for a cleric.
Yeah, and it's a tricky question for David. I want to start by recalling knowledge.
Yeah, Arcana or Nature?
I choose nature.
Okay.
Nature is one of my stronger areas of expertise. The strongest, I think, yes.
So Blando looks up at this creature. I just got that blind nature check from you. You look up at this three-headed dragon creature, and you immediately identify it as a chimera. This is a creature that's a combination of many different creatures, goat, lion, dragon, together. You know that chimera are will try to eat any creature that they see, but sometimes a chimera might have like a master. Sometimes people will mount and ride chimeras. That's not the situation here. But these are wild beasts. What question would you like to ask about this creature?
Do they have resistances to any particular type of damage?
Blando does not know of any resistances, weaknesses, or immunities that this creature has.
Okay.
But as Blando looks up at this chimera that's flying to the northeast of him, this one that's like 40 feet up in the air, you see that it has grown an extra leg. This chimera does not have 4 legs. There's a 5th leg dangling down next to its front right leg.
Does that leg have any tattoos on it?
Yeah, it has a tattoo of it's like an old-timey tattoo of an anchor, and it says "Mom" on it, and you can see that they've worked really hard to get it removed. Like, they've gotten laser to take it out, but it just
quite
isn't.
done it.
It's not coming off. Yeah. Yup. So Blando has 2 more actions.
I will I'll use my second and third actions to cast Bless.
Hell yeah.
Cool. So a 10-foot emanation bursts. Maybe it's 15 feet now in the remaster. About to go wow.
15.
So a 15-foot emanation blasts out of Blando Thrush, and everybody within that emanation feels like they are a little bit more able to attack. This gives you a bonus to attack rolls while within this emanation.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Blando.
And that's actions 2 and 3. So that's my first turn.
At this point, the chimera on the far opposite side of Blando, the one that is nearer to Vadim and Radu, flies down and lands right next to Vadim and Radu, setting its 4 legs down on the ground. And then it reaches out with first its dragon jaws snap out at Vadim, then its lion jaws snap out at Radu.
It gets a double bite attack? So rude.
Lars, can I ask?
Yes.
Do you think Vadim has a reaction yet?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to glimpse the...
Okay, so you
bite.
glimpse on damage. Hold tight. This Dragon Jaw strike to Vadim was a 24 to hit.
That will just not hit.
And the Lion Jaw strike at Radu is a 27 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, so here's the damage to Radu as these lion teeth, this lion head, bites into Radu. A very, very good damage roll. That is 27 points of damage to Radu. And now here's where Armat's thing comes in.
Okay, cool. And Vadim glimpses in order to protect his little brother.
Okay.
Ooh.
So this Chimera needs to choose whether to attack or to not attack. It is going to choose to attack. And Radu is going to resist some of that damage. So only 18 points of damage to Radu. It is now the turn of the other Chimera on the far side of the tower. It swoops down onto the ground, lands a few feet away from the party, and the dragon head opens its mouth and blasts out a line of force magic as it goes, ha, ka, and a jet of force magic bursts out from the front of the dragon's face. And here comes, who am I targeting? It's going to be, well, I don't want to target myself. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I'm shooting a line at a dragon behind a dragon. Oh no. What am I doing?
Dragon's all the way down.
I'm going to land the dragon a little bit up so that I can shoot this line at, sorry, this is distracting.
At Martha.
Okay, so I can shoot this line at all 3 of you, Martha, Radu, and Blando.
Okay, Martha's a little tanky.
So this is going to be... How much damage do you do? Okay. So this is going to be 9d6 damage.
Wow, that could be a lot of damage.
A lot.
And each of you needs to make a reflex save to dodge out of the way. As this jet of force bursts out of the front of the dragon's mouth. All 3 of these faces screaming at once. Okay, how did Blando do?
It's a nat 20, so that worked out.
Blando dodges fully out of the way, bullet time matrix style, getting out of the way of this jet of force. How did Radu do?
Not as good, but pretty good. 30.
Okay, also a critical success, I think,
Yay.
because of your various monk things. How did Martha do here?
Not good. Only a 19.
So Martha's going to take 38 points
Try
of
to
damage.
decide if that's worth re-rolling. I'll hold on to those 2 hero points. It's early yet still to re-roll that.
Okay,
So.
Martha is going to take this 38 points of damage then, as this force slams into her, and it is now Martha's turn. What is Martha going to do as she reels from this blast from this chimera?
Martha's going to steady herself on her feet, and she's going to channel the elements. So wood is going to start swirling around her. And I think...
At the time of doing that kinetic aura, you get one free thing.
Oh, I
You get a free 1 action
do?
blast or a free
I
stance.
keep forgetting that. They fly a lot, so I think instead of taking the stance, she's going to blast. And she'll use the one that just attacked her, so I believe she can, because her wood blast can be range or melee, so she's gonna use the range option for that.
So a ranged wood blast.
And it occurs to me I probably should have. We don't know if they're weaknesses, right? Because she's got both
You do. You know that they have no weaknesses, no immunities, and
great.
no resistances
Okay.
per Blando Thrush's recall knowledge check.
So that was a 27.
That 27 only hits because of the bless from Blando Thrush.
Beautiful.
Whatever his name. That's his name.
Whoa,
Okay, good.
it just did
Yeah.
damage on its own. And it
Okay.
went for vitality instead of the...
That's fine. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
How many points of damage are we doing?
That's 14 points of damage.
Okay, 14 points of what kind of damage?
I guess poison damage.
Okay, great. Poison damage. 14 points of poison damage goes through as this poison gets all over the Chimera. You got 2 more actions.
Okay, for the second 2 actions, she notices that they can fly. So she's going to do the thing that she can do that makes something tall. And she's going to pull out a Timber Sentinel again.
Oh, the Timber S.
Yeah.
So this is this tree grows one more time.
And that's going to go between Blando and the dragon.
Okay. So just so everybody knows, the way that this Timber Sentinel works, it's the spell protector tree, right?
Yeah.
So this is a tree that, because of how we're heightening it, has how many hit points? 40 hit points?
That's a great question.
It has 40 hit points.
Okay.
And when an ally adjacent to the
Yeah,
tree is
40,
hit by
yeah.
a strike, the tree reaches its branches and then takes the damage first. And any spillover damage gets applied to you. So you want to get near this tree if you don't want to get hurt.
Yeah. So it's right next to Blando.
Cool.
And near Martha. And yeah, and so she also, because she's got her Woodgate Impulse Junction, she also gains some temporary hit points.
Fantastic. It is now Radu's turn as you see Martha channel the elements and then summon a tree right next to her. What is Radu going to do?
I think Radu is gonna go. These things are on the ground, right? Or
They're on the ground.
Yeah.
They've both landed.
Radu is gonna go around this friend to try and flank it with Vadim.
So I think in order to do that, we're looking at needing to tumble through, or you can go through. You can go underneath a tree. It's going to be difficult terrain. I think you have enough movement speed that it's not a big deal.
Okay. I guess this is technically flanking.
No, you want to be one step up.
There.
You want to be there. You want to be right there.
Okay. And then
Oh, sorry. As you start running past this this chimera, the head of the goat reaches out and tries to gouge you with its horns. There's a little meh,
It's not a
and
screaming
it tries to
goat.
gouge at you with the horns, and here comes a horn strike. I'm enfeebled. I roll a 1 on the die, everybody.
no.
It's just one of them days. Darn it. Darn it.
Wrong drop. There it is.
A fumble card because you fumbled hard.
Okay, I am drawing from this stack of spades. Is this the ace of spades?
It is not.
It is not. It's the 9 of spades. So that's just a regular old miss, and Radu is able to slip around to the opposite side of the chimera.
Ha!
As
He thinks
as
so,
Radu
so.
slips around to the opposite side of this chimera,
He screams out loud.
you notice, in a way that is super annoying to you, I am sure, that the body of this chimera is covered with eyes. And it sees you in all directions, and it is immune to being off guard from flanking.
Huh.
Oh.
A wasted move. But anything for Vadim. All right, and then Radu falls into his wolf stance
Okay.
and does flurry of blows to
Hell
make
yeah.
2. Does that works here? Yeah, right.
Totally.
All right. So first is gonna be he's gonna bite back. So we're gonna get a wolf jaws strike. That's a 21.
That one misses.
And then we're going to do a second. He bites again. That's a 21. Does it hit this time?
This time it still does miss. That's it for Radu's turn. Radu scampers around the tree, tries to flank this chimera. The chimera has eyes everywhere and 2 missed strikes. It's now Vadim's turn as he sees his little baby brother run into the opposite side of a chimera. What is he going to do?
I think he's going to start by trying to pull a dirty trick on this chimera. And I think what he's going to do is he's going to try and poke a few of the eyes that cover its body.
Okay.
Ooh, 25?
25 just misses. You just fail to do this dirty trick. The creature spins out of the way, sees your finger coming from another eye and gets out of the way. So, but because of this remaster as swashbuckler, even though you failed, you gain panache until the end of your next turn.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. That's really cool.
Before the remaster, this is not how this worked.
I was going to say, that is not what I anticipated having happen. And so Vadim is going to just make a regular strike, I think, with his second action at map 5.
Yes. With vigilance.
With vigilance, and that's a 20 on the die.
That's the wrong drop. Here we go. Here's the right drop. Okay. Nice. Is this the ace of spades?
It is, in fact, the ace of spades.
Oh boy. So let's get
Dancing
critical.
with the devil!
Love
Dancing
it.
with the devil. Triple damage. Way to go. I'm reshuffling these spades to get a...
Radu shouts.
Okay.
Thanks, Radu. This is totally normal for me.
I know. I know.
This
I
happens
think
all
you're
the
best.
time. I look this cool always.
Yes, in my eyes, that's true.
Okay, there we go. Pretty darn good. So that's 22 damage tripled is 66, baby.
66 points of damage. A massive hit by the all-new Vadim Drakeshku. And what else happens on a critical? Your critical specialization, right?
Yeah. I let's see, what is my critical specialization? For a sword, I think it's just off guard, I think, until...
Yes, it's correct. The target is made off guard by your attack, becoming, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Yes.
How long does it last? Until my next turn or until it's...
Until the start of your next turn is my understanding.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll take it. And then with his last action, he will raise his dueling parry or extravagant parry.
Okay, at the beginning of round 2, this situation is weird. The four of you have gotten mixed up by the fact that there are two chimeras striking you on both sides. You're sort of dividing your attention in two different spots. What that means is there's an eastern front where Blando and Martha are fighting this chimera and defending against this chimera with 5 legs. And then there's a western front where Vadim and Radu are contending with this dragon covered with myriad eyes. So it's sort of two separate fight scenes happening side by side as the party is a little bit split in half. What is Blando going to do on his turn as he is right in the middle between both of them?
Sorry, to be clear, that was a David noise, not role
No,
playing.
I know that noise anywhere.
These don't happen to also be undead or anything, right?
No, you know that these are not undead.
These are definitely
It's
not
nasty.
undead. I don't think I have much useful to do other than damage.
Sure.
So I'm going to start with a Vitality Lash.
So that's only going to hurt undead things.
Oh, that only hurts undead things. Well, then I guess it better be... Man, Divine Lance, it's just really not a ton of damage. I don't have a better call, though. So I'm going to cast it on the Chimera that's to the west, now in the center of our group.
Yeah, the one that's just been knocked off guard by Vadim's hit.
Yeah, exactly. That's in rougher shape. That's a crummy little roll. It's only a 21 to hit.
That one's going to miss.
After that, I'm going to move just to try to make it so fewer of us are in a straight line, since that seems to be one of its things.
One thing I will tell you is as you run past it to try to get down to the tree cover just south of it, the lion jaws open up and try to snap at you.
Okay.
That one is a 15 on the die. That's a 33 to hit.
It's a critical hit.
So that's going to be 44 points of damage
Yikes.
as this lion jaws
Hang on.
critically strike into Blando. Yes.
Glimpse, please.
Sure. Yes. Of course.
Thank you.
So
Thanks,
that's
Armat.
nine of those hit points come back, and I continue to be enfeebled because I'm making that attack for
All
sure.
right. And that's my turn.
Let's throw a hero point at Vadim.
For sure.
Why not? Right? We should, shouldn't we?
He's glimpsing stuff. That's what
He's
he does.
glimpsing stuff. It's annoying.
It's nice to be glimpsing again.
Yeah, I should have recalled
I'd
knowledge
missed it.
again, huh?
Okay, so this many-eyed chimera has 3 targets waiting around it. It has 3 heads. I'm about to go crazy. First off, the dragon jaws down on Radu. That is a 25 to hit.
That just hits.
Okay. That is 20 points of damage to Radu. The goat horns slam out at Blando. That is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
So we're looking at more damage to Blando. 21 points of damage to Blando. And the lion jaw strike out of Vadim. This one's a 33 to hit.
That will hit. Yeah.
Okay, that hits. And here comes damage to Vadim. 17 points of damage to Vadim.
All right.
It is now time for me to... Gosh, what should I do? What do you guys think I should do? Just kidding.
Run away.
A claw strikes out for a second strike on Vadim. This one's at full map, and it's an 18 to hit.
That fails.
The 5-legged chimera starts running super, super fast along the ground to get right up next to Martha. And Martha is going to get slashed at by a claw. That is not going to hit. That's a 22 to hit. And then the dragon jaws open up to try to clamp down on her. That's a 23 to hit.
My tree sentinel didn't even have to do anything.
Didn't even have to do anything. If anybody wants to not take more damage, you should hang out near this tree.
Seriously?
Is my suggestion.
All right.
Yeah.
It's like, why do people move away from it?
It's because these are new characters. We're learning, everybody. We learn
This
by
tree's
getting eaten
great.
by
It's just-
chimeras. That's how we do it.
It's literal. It's just there to be a punching bag.
It's Martha's turn. What is Martha going to do?
Martha is going to first, I think, do an elemental blast. Yes. So she's going to target actually the one that's already injured instead of the one right next to her.
Okay.
And so she's going to do a 1-action elemental blast there.
Okay.
Using bludgeoning damage. So let's do that. And that's a 27.
That hits exclusively because of your gate attenuator. It activates. And that hits.
And that is 11 points of damage.
Okay. 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Wood slams into this chimera.
And then for her second and third, she's going to use Hail of Splinters.
Okay.
So Hail of Splinters, let's throw that in the chat. A fuselage of jagged splinters flies from you. Oh wait, no, it's a cone.
It's a cone.
So she's gonna actually send that, I guess, at the one next to her instead. So it's not so it doesn't hit Vadim, because otherwise that 30-foot cone would hit everyone, it looks like, right?
Okay.
So they're gonna end up taking 4d4 plus 4d4 bleed. So that's
Okay.
12. And they've got to pass a DC 25 reflex.
Okay. Here's the reflex save. I rolled really well.
She
I
did
rolled
roll
34.
really well. That's annoying. Well, that's a real big bummer because it's an overflow. So now her kinetic aura deactivated.
Okay. Kinetic aura deactivates.
But she
as
also got her wood impulse junction.
so you get temporary hit points.
Yes.
And as this combat is getting off to a rocky start, this party, this is the first challenging fight they've had with each other. They're firing in different directions, running around, getting chomped at by head after head after head of all of these chimeras surrounding them. Will they find a way to overcome this challenge? We'll find out next week. See you next time.
All right.
Stand
Let's
next
do
to the
the
tree.
25 minutes each on Skechers now.
Yes, let's record it
And
now.
we'll each pay each other what we asked for.
Oh, that sounds great to
called
me.
David.
No,
Yeah, I actually think this is a
Zoe,
great
no.
deal. No, we should do this. This is perfect.
Perfect for Zoe.
This is the best idea we've ever
This
had.
is it.
is a Tabletop Gold production produced under the Paizo Incorporated fan content policy, using trademarks and copyrights owned by Paizo that are covered under that policy. The Roots of Ruin is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. All original characters and content in The Roots of Ruin are the property of Tabletop Gold, and all rights are reserved. We at Tabletop Gold would love to hear from you. Visit our website, tabletopgold.com, to learn more about us and our shows, join the Golden Horde to get access to more shows, pick up great merch, and connect to the best online community in all of podcasting. Thanks for listening.